Okay, welcome to the first ever cooking channel, my own cooking channel. Today I'm going to cook some green chili verde they call it, and my fresh ingredients are going to include some chilies. I don't know what kind these are. I call these the dark green ones. These ones I do know the name of. These are Anaheims. These are some of those little ones you can just eat with like ranch dressing. They're pretty mild. Just to add some flavor. More Anaheim. This one right here, this one is called a jalapeno. The more the seeds you get it out, the hotter it is. But they're not hot. They're still kind of a mild chili. This next piece of produce is a tomatillo. They come in these little protective sacks that nature's provided them. And you take that off. You don't want to eat the husk. That stuff tastes nasty. Not that I've ever eaten it, but I can only imagine. So this is a tomatillo. It looks like a little tomato, but it's a whole nother vegetable. It's a tomatillo. But they're the main ingredient for this green chili recipe. I got a whole bunch of them. I got some onions, two big medium-sized yellow onions and one larger purple onion. I got some cumin, only the freshest comino modado from Mexico. No, we're not putting in bananas. They just happen to be on the calendar. No bananas in this recipe. We've got some chipotle seasoning. We've got this stuff. It's white. It's called salt and pure ground black pepper. I even like some fresh ground, get that fresh cracked flavor in your food. And then only the freshest of garlic. This garlic is fresh garlic from California. Yeah, right. It all comes from China, we know that. But fresh garlic. We also got to have some pork. Now we get to the meat of this discussion. We've got 3 pounds of pork. This stuff is actually just country style ribs, but I'm going to dice them up and put them in the pot. We got the freshest, best cilantro. Yeah, that cilantro, you know where it's going to go? Right there. That cilantro doesn't deserve to be in my green chili, so I went to the local grocery store, Carter's, and got some new fresh. Put that camera there for a second. Yeah, there we go. Some new, fresh, good cilantro, and we'll cook that up, cook all that stuff, and make us some green chili. This right here is a little bit of flour with some, I put some cumin in there, a little teaspoon of cumin. I also throw in a can of green chilies or two, and a can of this enchilada sauce green, just to bump it up a little bit, give it some more juice so it goes further. But that's the first act right there, the ingredients. First thing I'm going to do is go out and get a char on all these vegetables, minus the cilantro. Get a char on all these vegetables out on the grill. So we'll be back when I'm doing that. Getting a nice little blister on all these things. When these tomatillos start to cook, they start bubbling out the top. That's me. See how it's bubbling? The insides are getting nice roasted. We're getting ready to start the cooking part. I got the chilies. They're all resting in here. Yeah. The skins will be nice and soft and just peel right off. I'm going to blend these vegetables up in the blender and save about half of it for some chunkiness in the green chili. Now it's time to brown up the meat. Got one of the most important steps there is. It's my secret ingredient. You got to buy yourself some of this Big Buy bacon. You don't get this in the chili, it's not going to have that good hard wood smoked flavor that comes from this chili or from this bacon. And I'm going to put about a pack and a half of that in there. This is the expensive stuff. It's really lean. I mean, those pieces there, I mean, almost no meat at all. It's so lean. I mean, you don't want this red stuff. you want the white stuff, right? Technique I like to do when I'm rendering down this bacon is I like to get it all nice and down on one corner so it can just boil on its own juices. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, that's what we like to do. Render that bacon down, get it nice and crisp. Stop and clean my hands because I've been dredging some meat. These are the pots here. You have to do them just a little bit at a time. If you get too much in one pot, it gets moist. There's all the bacon cooked up, some bacon grease. I've been cooking in that. I dredge them in a little flour with a little cumin. Just a sprinkle of that. I've also pulled some veggies out and I'm getting ready to blend them here in the blender. I gotta pull the skins off these over here. They're all basting in that nice warm towel there. There's some meat I've already pulled off. We're gonna keep cooking meat here. The reason you sear the meat like this is you want that nice caramel look on there. See how those are browned up nice? You want that carameling like that one has right there. Crisping up, those are ready to pull off. I'm gonna add probably 2 big pots of green chili. This is a shorter saucepan. It's pretty big. It's a deeper one. I think we might have that many ingredients. So here we go. Start to get some smoke. Madison comes in and always wants to know what I've done wrong. Cut these peppers up open. I pull their seeds out, and I also peel the skin off. Unfortunately, I don't have 3 hands. That'd be nice. I don't have 3 hands, so I just film as I do it. I got something really delicate set up there so we can kind of see how I do this. I take it and I slice and get it open. I move the seeds out of it. Now these Anaheim's not as important as the jalapeno for the seeds because they're not as hot. They're kind of mild. But I do like to get the skin off these. I flip it over on the skin side and just kind of run my knife. And now that they've been roasted, that skin just kind of peels back, especially where it's soft, and just kind of peels that roasted skin off. Mostly, I don't worry too much about the waxy skin. I mean, it peels off there. That's a big piece of it. But it's the charred stuff, like this stuff, that we want off. So we just peel that back, peel that back. And I'm just peeling that off and discarding it over here on the side. There's still a little bit of skin there that I want to get off. But that's why you blister these, is it peels off a lot easier if you blister them good. Like these, I didn't get a very good blister all the way around, but it did pretty good. And then I just cut this up in chunks because this is going in the blender. Throw that over here in the blender. And that's how I do a chili. Name that tune. Man, these things already smell good. I take a chili like that, it's all charred up. I take it and I just rub that skin off. I didn't even open this one up and get the seeds because these Anaheims, the seeds aren't that bad. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Still a little bit more down on that end. Scrape, scrape, scrape a little more. Oh, there's some seeds. We'll go ahead and get those out while we're there. And voila. Nice chili all skinned and ready for the blender. Put it in there. Yeah. I love it when a skin just comes right off. That one's going in the dice up pile to go in to make chunks. Here's its other half. We'll de-seed it on that side. There's the seeds gone. And just this stuff just peels right off when it's nice and blistered. Those are both going over in that pile because they came off so well. You know, I get influenced by I've been watching too much YouTube lately, is my problem. And so I get influenced by these people I watch, and that song I was just humming, that. I'm sure Michelle knows what it is because I do it. I watch those videos almost every day. He's a Hurricaneite, so Allie and Riley know him, I believe. His name is Matt Winter Recovery. He just did his latest recovery right up here in Enterprise out on the Nevada-Utah border. But that's what I was humming there. You know, then the other guy that influences me when I need to get busy, I'm getting down to get ready for the jalapenos here in a minute. And so I'm influenced by my guy that's like, okay, I gotta go get this done. Let's get it done. Now I'm doing the chili that you want to get. Michelle doesn't like things as spicy as I do. And last time I made this green chili, it was mild, like it had no kick to it at all. And I did really good about getting the seeds out. So this time, I may just up it up a little bit and just de-seed one of these jalapenos and see if it helps it, you know, kick it just a hair. I don't know. Don't tell her. And that's what we'll do. We'll leave, like I got 2 or 3 seeds of that one, but I don't think that's enough to do anything. But here's that other jalapeno. I'm just gonna skin it. Peel that black right off. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, these things just smell good. Yeah, here we go. Here, we're gonna just dice this one up. At this time of COVID, it's important not to touch your face, your nose, and your mouth and stuff, because that's where the germs go into your body, are these orifices in your soul. And so a more important thing is when you're cutting up jalapenos, don't touch your eyes and your face. Yeah, I'm gonna go wash my eyes out. The funny part about faking that I had jalapeno in my eyes was that I put water in my eyes to fake tears and really touched my eyes, and so I really did burn my eyes with jalapeno. I'm tethered to a cord here. I just added some of this chipotle. This is the second lime that we're squeezing in there. You know, the YouTube channels I watch, these guys have these fancy little tools for squeezing their limes. I have a fancy tool too, and it's called my hand. Yeah, maybe that's why they use a tool. Half that went down on my wrist underneath my watch. That's what I get for trying to film and blend at the same time. So we're gonna go here in a minute. We're gonna blend this up. I'll make sure I film the blending. I've added some salt. I'm gonna add some cumin. They say you can overdo it with cumin. Have you ever smelled? It smells like BO. But man, it makes Mexican food. It's the secret ingredient, I've decided. Ever since I started putting cumin in my Mexican food, it started tasting lots better. Okay, we're about ready there. We're about ready to hit the blend button. What else did I have? I got the lime. Oh, I was going to open up some cans of chilies. Boring. Cans of chilies aren't going to make it in because we are right to the top when I added the can of enchilada sauce. That's just to add a little more green chili flavor to it. So now it's time to blend this. So here we go. The blender has this pulse mode. Oh. Ooh, does that not look good? Tell me that does not look frickin' tasty. Oh, I can't wait to eat it. So the green chilies comes from the chilies, but it also comes from the tomatillos and other peppers that you put in there. So When I used to make it, it used to come out more brown. I didn't know how to do it as authentic as I do now, and it's not nearly, it tastes way better than it does back then. This green chili is some good stuff. Ingredients. Here's the wet. I think I'm gonna cook it in 2 pots, because I think this is a lot of stuff. But maybe it'll just barely, maybe I'll cook it all in the big pot. Yeah, we'll do it all in the big pot. Too bad, because there's a lot of good flavors in there, but maybe we'll transfer them over. There's some good flavor in there too. But we'll do it all in the big pot because it fit about halfway up. But I still have to add some other key ingredients like this chili, or this pork. Stir that in. Where's my stirring stick? There's one of them right there. I've been using this. Stir that down in there. Tell me this isn't starting to look good. I wish there was smell on the camera because, but yeah, that meat blended in good. And then we also have the tastiest of meats, bacon. Put that right there on top. Let that just baste for a minute. And then I'll add my chunky vegetables too. Now these are the vegetables that I didn't blend. These are just gonna get chopped up and put in there. There's some tomatillos, some of the big green chilies, none of the jalapeno, and just Anaheims. I really need a cooking tripod, however the experts do it, because all I can do is lean this up against a can of crap while I slice and dice and do all this fancy cooking. Oh, maybe that is a little tiny piece of jalapeno I left out here. But I'm just slicing up these veggies. And you really miss out on my culinary skills. You would think I'd gone to school at Juilliard or something. I'm such an artist. Juilliard's a music school for artists. That's why that's funny. You know, if you have to explain your joke, I heard something like that once. If you have to explain your joke, it's not that great of a joke. But see, Michelle was telling me, all these people are making millions of dollars doing a YouTube channel. You should do that. And I'm like, yeah, what would I do? Film me teaching 5th graders cooking with my great cooking skills? Oh, that stuff looks good. Let's give you guys a little of that. Yeah. Dice this up a little more. Finally, you know, if I did a channel, I'd have to, for one, not cuss very much. 2, I would have to not stumble over every word I say. And 3, I'd have to work at a computer, editing and putting videos together. Where was I at? 4, I would have to get better at camera skills for dang sure, maybe even buy equipment. So she's sitting there saying, you could do this channel, it would be so awesome. And I don't think anyone would watch it because it wouldn't be awesome. And never mind. See, that's why I couldn't do it. Right there. Train of thought, out the window. And people, you know, when I watch videos, if people start rambling on, that's when I hit the fast forward button. I hate ramblers. And here I ramble. Okay, my hands are yucky. I gotta touch the phone. Let's follow these veggies from, some of these aren't diced that good, from the bowl to pot, from cutting board to pot. Put them in there. Oh yeah, that is diced up. It just didn't cut very well. Yeah, let's stir that in. It's looking good. My battery is dying. I'm at 20%. I was plugged in for a minute, but oh man, there's some stuff I really should have chopped up finer. I'm gonna pull that out back to the cutting board, as they would say. Oh, wait, it's back to the drawing board. Well, back to the cutting board for this one. What happened is I got too excited to get cooking and to get putting that chunky stuff here in my bowl of chili. Oh my gosh. It's looking so good. I got so excited to do that I just didn't dice it up as finely as I probably should have. But you know what? Some big chunks of stuff adds texture to your meal. It's more pleasing to the palate. Yeah. Now, Michelle likes it when I cook, but she also hates it when I cook. You know, maybe if I don't clean this up before she gets home, she won't ask me to cook so much. I helped her fold the towels, and I folded one wrong, and she never asked me to fold again. I haven't done that with cooking yet. Matter of fact, I cook more and more, it seems like. Probably not as much as I think, though. But we're gonna clean this kitchen up. Should I set it up on a tripod up here like this and do one of those time lapse? What time lapse? Cleanup session right there, but voila. I use soap and water because, you know, like I've been saying, I've been watching all these YouTube videos and learned that the fatty layer around a virus cell is broken down almost instantly by soap. If you want to try a little experiment with your little ones, you put some pepper on the surface of water and then use Dawn dish soap and put it in the little dish of water with pepper sprinkled on it, and the pepper will scatter away. It breaks that cohesion up on the water and just dissolves stuff. It's a solvent and it dissolves. But we're simmering good over here now. Now we're just going to let this simmer until it's time to eat. And really, it's probably better tomorrow, to be honest with you. Those flavors get all... You know, the secret to my famous chili is to undercook the onions. Everyone's going to get to know each other in the pot. I'll try not to drop it on the way to the table. Oh, man. Oh, look at that. I don't know if it tastes better than the last one I made, but because I haven't been able to sample it, it's probably going to turn out like crap because I haven't been able to test the ingredients. I haven't been able to sample. So it's approaching 4 o'clock. Mom will be home soon. I started this adventure at like 1 or 2 or something like that. But it's now 3:15 actually, so I guess it's not approaching 4 o'clock yet. I'll have the dishes done by then. All that stuff that I just moved from over here to over here. But now I'll do the dishes. Okay, I guess I've come to the end of this video. It's all ready to be eaten. There's a bowl full of chili. It's been an adventure. I made Michelle watch the video so far of what I watched, and she didn't like it. She said it was too long, that I can't hold the camera straight. That no, it wasn't good. She thought I was a nerd when I was humming my video songs. What else didn't you like? What else did you critique? She's an awesome critiquer. The best. Is it good? Oh. Is the chili good?
Being a brat.
I'll
It's
repent later.
delicious. It was worth all the watching.
It's like a half-hour video that I'm never going to post.